Hey guys, testing. Woo! Hey guys, I'm up here again, but I'm here to share with you guys something a bit new and special, which is what we call Meteora Labs. This is the first time I'm introducing Meteora Labs, and it'll be something that we will see recurrently more and more. So, Meteora Labs. This is me. Today, the way I like to say is that Meteora has the best technology. So people use our technology to do stuff because it's the best. The next thing we did was we built the best distribution, which means that as long as you use our technology, we have an entire strong distribution marketing arm to help you succeed. But today, we are announcing the best ecosystem with Meteora Labs. So what is Meteora Labs? Meteora Labs is a new two-pronged approach to help people building on Meteora succeed, split into two very clear, distinct verticals. There is Incubator V2, which is led by myself, which is a revenue-focused incubator built on top of Meteora's technology with the aim of generating revenue. Build a real company with real revenues. My team will be there to support you and get you there. And there's a Meteora V0 program led by Otto, who will be up here to share with us about it very soon. But let's talk about Incubator V2, something that I'm very excited about. We'll take a very extremely hands-on approach. We'll give you the money, the engineers, pay for AWS bills, help you with your GTM strategy, and many more to help you succeed on Meteora. Why do we do this? We do this because we believe that Meteora sits as an infrastructure DeFi layer. Solana sits at the base, and we sit on top of Solana, turning Solana from a high-performance chain to one where you can launch coins, build prediction markets, and do everything. We do not want to go into the application layer ourselves because we want to stay at what we are good at, which is improving the core layer and unlocking many more opportunities. So we have left the top part to Meteora Labs, where we will incubate many prediction market teams, many trading apps, different investment experiences, or launchpads, or new teams doing asset creation. So my team will focus on the core. I will then help teams incubate to focus on the application layer, giving us much more flexibility, reiteration, moving fast, experimentation, which are all ultimately necessary to build amazing apps that are used by everybody. And let's talk about alignment with Matt. This is something that's very important to me. So we have one rule for Incubator V2. If you're going through Incubator V2, you cannot raise external capital or have plans to launch your own token or have your own equity entity. Why? Because we want all the value of these apps to accrue back to the MAC token. So when we incubate teams, we take a large revenue share, giving the smaller revenue share to the founder and his team so that they have outside to build their business, while we will supply the heavy lifting in exchange for a majority of revenue share. So this is why if you are a MAC token holder, you will care about Meteora Labs and Incubator V2. This is my objective. My objective is I want to have many more apps building on top of Meteora, doing vastly different things, powered by Meteora's technology behind the scenes, and generating lots of revenue. If you are Incubator V2, you only have one job, which is to make money. You do not need to worry about losing Meteora's technology very specifically. Just do whatever gets you the most amount of revenue while staying true to the base. But that's not everything, right? There are many teams who might not want to generate revenue. There are many teams who just want to build a small button on the UI that solves a pain point that they have. And we don't want to discourage these teams, which is why I'm extremely happy to have Otto with me today to talk about the Meteora V0 playground. Let's go! Oh, sorry.
Hey, everybody. I'm Otto. Web2 founder, had an exit, been at Meteora since it was Mercurial. Also, as you heard, launched the boot camps with Heavy Metal Cook and Geeklad, and also ran the original version of Incubator. Looking forward to talking to you about Meteora V0 Playground, MVP. The basic idea is Meteora and the LP Army came up dynamically and were sort of an emergent use case that allowed us to experiment more and learn more about liquidity provision by sharing ideas, working with each other, and experimenting with different ways that we can better use this new DeFi primitive. And I think it allows us to build a future where we can expand beyond the current liquidity provision. But first, I want to go back in time and give a thank you to all the grant recipients from version 1 of the incubator. Give it up for all of them, please. I see a bunch of them in the house, and these were all just fantastic projects, and it was wonderful to work with them. And we gave out over $200,000 in the first round of incubator, so it was a very successful program, and I'm really happy to have been a part of it. And also, all the projects that did not get grants and also contributed to community projects, thank you very much as well. Thanks for building on Meteora. So our goal is create a new home for open source contributions to the Meteora ecosystem. Simply put, open source projects are another way to help grow the community. As we grow the community, we also increase the developer community, which is like a subset of the LP Army. And this expands who experiments with the Meteora platform in new and innovative ways and brings us lots of cool new ideas and energy. These innovations then create, I believe, the strongest and most resilient liquidity network in crypto. Innovation builds alignment. Whenever you see alignment for me, that means liquidity network. And that's what we all want, is to see people appreciate Meteora for what it is, which is a liquidity network. And it will allow Meteora to own liquidity for long-tail digital assets going into the future. So, how's it different? Who's it for? The basic idea is you don't need a full business plan or a team. You can show up with an idea, start building, share, and help others build. The virtue of this is that we learn what users need by seeing what the new builders' ideas are creating. And then anyone with an idea can apply. And then finally, it allows us to find and reward the new collaborators that we want to add and to continue to grow the LP Army and continue to build Meteora towards the future. So who specifically is it for? Developers who want to build Meteora's infrastructure, analysts who maybe see patterns in the data and want to surface them, creators who can make onboarding easier or make it easier to LP through design or games, for example. And then, of course, LPs who've built private tools and want to maybe open source them to the community, many of whom have done this already. And a lot of these LPs are, of course, in the LP Army already and just built the stuff that they wanted to see in the world, which is fantastic, and we want to see more of that. So you don't need to be a professional developer. You don't need to have contributed before. You just need to be willing to ship something useful and share it openly. For launch, Meteora V0 Playground, MVP, is a space where you can solve problems that you've encountered or know about from the community, from being on Discord and Telegram and so on, experiment with ideas that interest you, and just ship something real. And that's pretty much it. MVP, a way to earn with Meteora that requires no capital, just a desire to build your own reputation, share cool stuff with the larger development community, and so on. And just as a tease, today we're announcing $50,000 is going to go towards the open source Meteora V0 Playground in the first round. It's going to evolve over time, and you're going to hear more about these grants coming up in the next few talks. But I just wanted to give you a little tease there, and thank you very much for your attention.